Wisconsin University and just Ukrainian students.
Okay, there are 3 questions in one question, okay. So, first of all, Ukraine. Sorry, I do not know very much about Ukrainian, say, regions. I just was in Kiev first time about 10 years ago. Then another go about 3 weeks over here in Kiev about 4.5 years ago. And meanwhile I was 2 times in Kiev only for a few days. And you see, it is just, it's a very interesting country with a lot of history and a lot of historic problems. And you see these problems up to now. And it's, for me, it's always a pity that you see a country that has a very rich agricultural, say, potential. Nobody ever doubted about that. You have a very good technical basis since ages. And you see, an American way of life, I would say, you should be capable to do more business with that. Do more business with this. That's Ukraine generally. Ukraine is a bit strange as far as the political things is concerned, because you see, my personal, even Mr. Poroshenko is not for me the godfather. And you see, for us in Germany, it's very strange to have leading politicians being involved that much in business. You see, we always want to have the politician be free and independent and so far. And so it's, you cannot compare these systems like that. And you see, what I missed is, okay, the Crimea crisis and the war there is something that stops all the country, of course, and blocks a lot of power as well. It's a pity for me when I come from outside. And on the other hand, I think we cannot solve that problem properly. And it's, sorry to say that, it's up to you to solve that. Yes. That's it. And that's the inner part. So, coming to Wisconsin University and Wisconsin Institute and the students. So what I loved here, I just was happy to have interviews as well when I was here the first time, and was half a day of interviews as well, and very nice talks, just round table, small round table like that. And what I love is just every time, and I can tell that generally, people of Ukraine are really open-minded. You are interested. You are open to the international things, and you need contact, you want to have contact, etc. And if you choose to study over here in Wisconsin Institute, I think it's just a sign that you are interested in all these, say, connections outside as well. Okay? And then I will ask you a question after that.
Okay, so what is the hardest thing in being a lawyer of trademark law?
The hardest thing is, perhaps, I don't know whether that message came over in my speech, but you see, the hardest thing is every time to link the legal things, registration, etc., with the practical things you need for your business, just the retail, etc. So what I miss is just the link in between the legal aspects to the marketing aspects. And so to bring these things together is, for me, something very essential. And you see, for me, it's not only registering a trademark. Okay, it's possible. You have the stamp on there. It's okay, registered. And on the other hand, you have to work with your trademark. You have to make your trademark really live. Then you can use it for your businesses. It brings contact to your consumers, to your customers. You have a certain confidence. They have a certain confidence into the brand. And you have always to work that this, if you are on the side of the trademark owner, you always have to work for that this confidence is protected and just cared for. And I'll give an example. I always tell people, if you scratch here, you will see the star of Mercedes here. Why? I was brought up in a garage Mercedes-Benz. So just as a child, young man, and so on. And so we have the clients, and you see Mercedes-Benz is very expensive. Okay. So we always had the reputation, you are too expensive. Just the warm welcome means, oh, we have to pay 100 euros, like that. Only the warm shake hands, okay, like that. And then our attitude and our family was that, okay, our clients pay a lot, but they can even have the guarantee that we do a lot for them. We do our very best. And that is something I expect from a brand, as I told, of Stihl Motorsägen. I expect it of Adidas, of Puma. They should have really the best sneakers. Right? They should have. They want a real price for that. And so to really to put all these aspects together, that's for me the most complicated thing. To check whether they are concurring brands is one thing. If you have a concurrent who copied your brand, okay, that might be very tough. It's how we call it in Germany, cat and mouse, you know, like that. So bring you to court, etc., etc. That can last ages. Okay, but I think for me the practical point is really to have the right attitude, correct attitude in the companies towards their brand, their logo, their marketing, their consumers, all linked with that brand.
Okay. What would you advise to prevent someone from stealing my logo, logo of my company?
Bite immediately. As soon as you see somebody is going to copy it, okay, if you have a friendly relations to them, you just say, come on, sorry to say that, but it's my logo, I protected it. But you should be prepared to have legal things as well. You can just file or send so-called cease and desist letters. So they have to promise not to do it again, etc., etc. Or you are fair and so forth. There was just the name Starbucks was mentioned. Real case in Germany. Starbucks, you know the picture as well?
Yes.
What is the meaning of the picture of Starbucks? Girl? Yes, girl?
Yeah.
What does she do?
I have no idea.
We did.
She collects the golden pieces coming from the sky.
Okay.
That is the buck, yeah? Dollar, gold dollar, okay. And in German, bakery, or to bake, is backen, back. So if you just say back, people know, it's something that is baked, okay. So one of my clients, she used since 4 years the name of Starbuck, but not the U-C-K, Starbucks, but as a German, like that. Then she was attacked by Starbucks. I said, come on, it's a totally different view. Starbucks, that is the girl collecting the gold pieces. But in trademark law, the phonetic way counts as well. That means Starbuck in Germany is the same pronunciation as Starbucks in Germany as well.
Yes.
We just take the American thing. And so they approached us with a cease and desist letter. And sorry to say that the client had not the money to pay me. And I said, come on, I cannot do my service for nothing. And I had a plan how to help them practically. Because you see, sometimes you have to be a bit inventive. You see, it was a small shop run by that client. And they had just the name Starbuck in front. What I would have done, just cut it through, Starbuck, and call it Buck Star. Buck Star is nothing that's similar to Starbucks. So just cut it through, have the same signs, just only change it. That would have been a very simple trick. And but it takes time. I have to think about these things. Then I have to check whether somebody had the protection for Buckstar. Might be, because we have so many names of brands, of companies where you have the word star in there. Huh? Star Wars. Yeah? Okay, like that. And so you have to be a bit inventive. And you should, of course, be not too shy to say, come on, it's my property, and it's the same, you stole it. Be careful. So you should be not too shy to put real pressure on these things.